So I guess my final question, Lorraine, and this is going to be really important because people want to understand when we're looking at you now, you've got, a new business, an amazing website, you look fantastic, you're confident, you're back to the Lorraine that I remember. How did you manage to recover from this experience? And I guess, where do you see your career going next?
Yeah. I mean, it took quite a time to recover because I left it too late. Thankfully, though, when I crashed and I did admit that I needed serious help, I had wonderful support from family and friends, and also from my employer as well.
Good.
So I did have access to counselling through the employee counselling service. This was the first time I had engaged in counselling, and I have to say it was worth its weight in gold. I was also prescribed medication, but that didn't work for me. And I know for some people that they do need that, and it does help, but it didn't work for me. So the counselling helped me understand what had happened and why. And I then had to embark on a period of self-healing and self-reflection.
Yeah.
And I live down in Eivers, so I'm really fortunate to have the beach on my doorstep, and I do recognise that not everybody has access to such lovely spaces in nature, but that was a lifesaver for me. So I went long walks on the beach. As the better weather came in, I actually took up yoga and meditation and did that on the beach as well. And I even did some wild swimming. So that really helped me with the physical and some of the mental health recovery as well. And I was using, through the counselling and occupational health, I was using some of the self-help, mental health guiding tools from NHS, Headspace, the I Am app, just enforcing affirmations that, look, I am worthy, because I use terms, I mean, quite honestly, there was days where I just didn't want to be here, Katie, and I felt utterly helpless and hopeless, and it's a horrible feeling, and I never want to go back there. And if I can help one person avoid that, I would be happy. So during this period of reflection then, I should say that I did qualify as a career coach a number of years back, with the idea of using that in my employment. So when I was going through this self-reflection, I did revisit my vision from my own personal coaching, and I realised that this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to use my skills and experience to help others. So I did leave my employment. I realised that I didn't have the capacity to go back into that type of environment, and that I wanted to do something quite different with my life.
Good for you.
I went on a course, because obviously I know how to coach, but I didn't know all the nuances of business, and I'm still in the midst of this, learning all the email lists and accounts and all sorts of stuff. But I put myself on a really good course, the principles of coaching, and I also did a course called Positive Intelligence, and this is a really useful course, and it looks at trying to get you away from the negative part of your brain to the positive. So I talked earlier about some of those tendencies I had about perfectionism and control, and it talks you through why you're sabotaging yourself and what you can do.
It's self-sabotage, absolutely.
So it was an excellent course. So through all of that self-healing, the training, the courses, I did build my confidence back up to the point where I had the confidence to go and set up my own coaching business. So I launched that in January of this year. So I'm now at a stage where, given my experiences and my skills, I want to give back to my profession, to help people that have maybe lost their mojo and want to excel in their career. Maybe they've had a new promotion, or maybe somebody on this overwhelm road to burnout. Maybe somebody just looking for their next job in HR, or maybe even somebody like me who wants to follow their dreams to a new career out with or linked to HR. I'm delighted to say that I am in a much, much better place, and I urge anybody, if any of those red flags I talked about, feeling that you are tiptoeing along that road to burnout, please reach out and seek support. Talk to somebody. It's the first step that you need to take. I've actually poured my heart out in a blog that I've put on my website.
I've seen it, it's excellent. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And I've also created a little 5-step guide to prevent burnout. That's a free guide that's on the website.
Yeah.
You can go on and have a look at that. It's interactive, so it
Yes.
gets you to try and be accountable and commit to making
absolutely
movements. So in summary then, I have been absolutely overwhelmed with the support and the encouragement that I've had from people that I've met along this journey, and I'm just now very much looking forward to using my skills and experience to support people in the HR profession to help them navigate their career or get a new job or
Well, Lorraine, I honestly I could talk to you for hours, but seriously, I think what I would urge everybody who has listened to this is to get onto your website. I've already had a nosy, so I know how good it is. But I cannot stress enough that I really admire you for your, rocking up today and being your true authentic self and sharing that story.
It's the first time I've said it public and I was thinking, oh gosh, I hope I can keep it together.
Oh no, honestly, listen, as part of my role, I'm often seen sometimes as a bit of a counsellor. People contact me, whether they're looking for a role or maybe they're just a wee bit like yourself, and you've explained there, Lorraine, just feeling utterly overwhelmed.
And I think a lot of people are at the moment. Yeah, you just look at some of the posts on LinkedIn and I think people are crying out for help at the moment.
Yeah, and I think you touched on a really valid point, actually. You talked a lot about just the whole COVID and the fact that the policies were changing hourly, actually, not even just daily, but also the massive changes in how we work, the digital age, the digital era. And that's not necessarily a natural skill for a lot of people. So just coping with all of that overload of information, plus family lives, plus caring responsibilities, it just, when you hear somebody like yourself talking about it out loud, you actually think, how on earth did you get as far as you did without having to really need that help? So yes, from myself, and also I know I'm probably speaking on behalf of the people listening, a massive thank you. And if I can just reiterate to everybody, if you want to reach out to Lorraine, then please do go onto her website, Lorraine Eivers Coaching, and I'm sure Lorraine would be delighted to have a conversation with you. So thank you again, Lorraine.
Thank you very much, Katie, for having me.
Thank you.